Want to make an automatic landscape material? Open your content pane, right click, and create a new level. If you haven't done so yet, add the starter content by going to add feature content pack, the content, and starter content. Now open up your new level, click this little box and go to place actors panel. Search for a sky atmosphere, exponential height fog, and a directional light. Now go to landscape mode and create a new landscape. Open up your content pane, right click, and create a new material. Go over to the left side, right click, create a texture coordinate node. Drag out a texture sample, copy both nodes, and paste twice. Disconnect the top pair by holding Alt and clicking. Select the top sample, choose this macro variation texture. Click the second sample and choose a grass texture. Click the third sample and choose a rock texture. Highlight the bottom two samples, right click, choose convert to parameter. Name the bottom one slope texture, and the other one flat texture. Select the top pair and drag them away. Copy the sample 2 times. Drag off of the text coordinate, get a multiply node. Copy it and paste until you have 3 on the left side and 3 on the right side. Drag your texture coordinate into all 3 on the left side. Go over to the details panel and change the values to 0.2, 0.05, and 0.002. Now drag the nodes into the UV slots of the texture samples. Drag out of the red pin and add, copy and paste twice. Connect up all the reds. Select all 3 and change B to 0.5. Now multiply these together. Now drag out of the final multiply, get a lerp node. Hold Control to move pins, plug your multiply into the alpha. Click the lerp node, change A to a 0.5. Now plug that lerp node into your final multiply. Highlight the whole section, right click, and create a comment. We'll call this tile macro. So this section basically disguises it when these textures repeat. Hook up your flat texture to B, copy the whole tile macro. Now select all the parts of the flat texture, move these under the slope texture. Now paste that tile macro up top. Plug your slope texture into B. Drag out of the multiply nodes, create a lerp node. Your multiply should go into A and B. Move your lerp and your result over if you need more room. And the lerp node should plug into the base color of your result node. Now right click and get a world aligned blend. Drag off of blend sharpness and create a new constant. Copy and paste. Plug the other one into blend bias. The default for bias should be a low negative number, and sharpness should be about -3 times that number. Make sure to convert these to parameters. Drag with vertex normals into the alpha of your lerp node. Create 2 more texture samples. Select both, right click, convert to parameter. Call one of these slope normal and the other one flat normal, and assign the corresponding textures. Now copy your lerp node and hook it up the same way. Plug this into normal. Now get the texture coordinate near your flat texture and plug it into your flat normal. Do the same thing for slope. Now off of roughness, make a constant. Right click, convert to parameter, name it roughness, and set it to something like 0.9. Now select this coordinate node, hold Control and select the other one too. Set U tiling and V tiling to 0.2. Save your material, close it, open your content pane, right click your material, create material instance, save all. Go over to select mode, and you can get rid of this now. Click your landscape, scroll down to your material, find your new material instance. Go back over to landscape mode, choose the alpha brush, turn up the tool strength and start making mountains. As your mountains form, you'll see that the slopes automatically have a rock texture applied to them. Find your new material instance in the content pane. From here you can change your bias and sharpness to get some interesting results, and you can also change your textures. If you wanted to get higher resolution on these rocks, for instance, open up your material, find the texture coordinates plugged into your slope texture, change them to a slightly higher number, like 0.5, and apply. Now they look a little better up close. You'll still see a little bit of tiling from a distance, so just use your best judgment. Now just sit back and enjoy all the time you're going to save yourself.